Chris asks, is there a way to make images or video black and white? Yeah, there actually is really a simple way to do that, so I'll go ahead and just kind of demonstrate that. Let's find us a little bit of a sample thing. Here we go. So this is an image. I'm going to click on it on the timeline, and it's a color image, of course. So what I'm going to do is on the canvas here, it's selected. I'm going to right click and I'm going to say add visual effect. And I'm going to add a color adjustment. This is my preferred way. I like to click on stuff on the canvas, right click, and then here are all my visual effects. Just so you know, you can also get to this by going to your ribbon and then visual effects, and here are all of those effects. You can also drag and drop a specific effect to the canvas or down onto the asset on the timeline. Okay, so a couple ways you can do that. When that happens, you'll notice that by default, and I don't know why TechSmith does this, you get this excessively hideous looking mess. And that's because of the default parameters that they use here for brightness and contrast primarily. But the easiest way to make this just black and white is to go to brightness, change this to 0, go to contrast, change that to 0, and boom, you got yourself a black and white or grayscale image. And that's pretty much the easiest way to do that little fella there. Do that deal. And let's see, that works equally well on video clips. Here we go. So this is a video clip of me poking the camera, kind of a deal. So I can actually do the same thing. I'll click on it, right click, add visual effect. Let's add a color adjustment. Change this to 0. Change this to 0. And there we go. Grayscale, black and white. And of course, if you don't want that, you can remove an effect by clicking the X. You can also reset to the defaults. Anytime you see this little arrow here, this little reset arrow, that basically tells you that you have made a change from the defaults of the parameters for any given effect. So you could reset it, and then of course you can play with other options and stuff too. But to get grayscale, you'll just leave this at saturation off, which is what it is by default. And I mean, that can be a nice effect a lot of times. In fact, let's try this. Let's have some fun with that guy. The color adjustment has an ease in and ease out. Let's try that. Let's change this to like 5 seconds. The ease in. Okay, and I'll let that roll. And boom, there you go. That was a good one.